Like my favorite sets are like 12 to 15 people late show and just like seeing if I can carry the momentum, like it's
I think it's like I think everything that people enjoy is like fine if you sort of accept the limitations or compromises you have to make for that thing, right? Like for me, like I go like, "Oh, I know people who crush arenas." Awesome. Like when I say I don't think I'd have any fun performing in an arena. I think I'd have like a surreal kind of first time experience. This is a weird moment fun. It's not, it's like accepting, oh, that's not for me. Not that I could do it. I'm like, oh no, no, thank you. Like I think you get into a problem when the thing that's not for you is like you look at it as like judgment as opposed to like if you say like I don't want to do theaters, I don't want to do arenas, whatever, then you know like be comfortable in it, like where you are and kind of what you have, or you know go. I don't know if you can be a person who wants like massive fame and success without putting on a little bit of a show, giving people what obviously they deserve for their money,
mm-hmm.
right? Like I was never good at that part.
Yeah.
And I do it sometimes, but kind of learn, thank God, like quickly, like, oh, that's not like a sustainable path for me.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's complicated. Like I want to say like definitively like this is what's healthy and this is what's not healthy or whatever, but
Yeah.
I think it matters on the person. And then
Yeah.
I just like Ari was somebody that really influenced me before I got into stand up. And I went to New York like I don't know, fucking a year ago in April. And it was so weird because his podcasts influenced me to like try stand up and to like pursue this thing.
Hmm.
And by a weird coincidence, I ended up being at the stand and getting to go up on the same show that he was on. And so, like, 4 years removed from when I'm sitting in a cubicle and listening to this guy and listening to what his thoughts are, I'm now like, I remember I was looking down at like the stone floor of the basement of the stand. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my life right now? And it wasn't like it like I don't need to do like those, at least where I'm at right now, like that's not what's important to me. It's just like sort of the journey of it and like having these experiences that like I followed my heart with it, and
Hmm.
it led to like that was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. Now, if
Yeah.
you look at how I've managed my life across the board outside of that, it's not been great, like stand up's been pretty like hard on my life, but it I sort of like when I look at those like say theater people or direct to consumer comics or whatever, like they just have a different toxic relationship with this than I do. Like mine looks different than theirs, and
Yeah, and I also think like keep in mind you're talking about people who are doing different things. Some of them are doing it reluctantly or begrudgingly. Some of them are doing it because they are marketers first and comedy or whatever the art is second. Like everyone's, you know, a lot of people I think see all these different ways of becoming this one named thing as like people see what they're not doing as like that's one other choice. No, that's like 100 other choices. Like there's a lot of people putting stuff on out online who like hate having to do it. There's people who are like, I'm never gonna do it. Um, I know that I'm lucky that like I have a certain amount of comfort doing a fairly private job that doesn't put like doesn't light the fire under me to like have to go constantly sell myself to strangers on the internet. And then there's people who are like, I love selling myself to strangers on the internet. Like it's just
yeah,
everyone's doing their own thing. And I think we get locked into these like my crew versus your crew or whatever it is, and it's like, well, not everyone in your crew's got a different approach. Everyone in your crew's making a different level of sacrifice or selling out at a different degree or not selling out at,
Yeah, and it's
so
all blended together so much where it's like, in order to get to do the opportunities you want to do, sometimes then you have to like I don't know what it was when you started, but like posting about every show you're doing locally and shit, like it's just, there's a certain aspect of we're spending more time doing this than writing jokes and having fun, and like it's not I don't think it's good for creativity.